This assignment is going to be about taking a famous piece of art as inspiration to make your own piece of art. So I chose this woman with a hat. I like to wear a lot of hats myself in the summertime. So this is who I chose. And you're going to start out and you're going to draw it as accurately as possible. So I'm using a piece of copier paper so you can see about how big I want it to be. Just kind of draw a square and then draw the values, draw the lines, draw the shapes. Be really careful with the values. Again, you want it to be accurate. Make adjustments as you work. My dark values are dark. My light values, if they go from light to dark, I build them up gradually. That sweater is pretty dark, so I'm going to add more layers to there. But it's not just lines. You can see the values in the face. You can see the values in the neck. So there's lights and darks all through the whole thing. You want this to be as accurate as possible. So I put her in I've made it just as is. So I'm going to draw this again in a minute. Each time I'm going to change it a little bit, and that's how you're going to turn it into your own. So I was kind of playing around with the idea of the hat. So I changed the situation. I'm kind of making it a little bit of a story. The wind is picking up the hat off of her head, and I'm going to have her reach up to kind of grab it to save the hat. You'll see the ribbon on the hat is down on the first one. Now it's blowing. So a big gust of wind. The ribbons around, or the scarf around her neck, is starting to blow. So a big gust of wind can kind of mess everything up if you spent some time getting ready for something and the wind is blowing, and it's kind of that situation. So what I've done here is change my situation. You don't have to do that. You can zoom in. You can take the image and you can zoom in a little bit on her face and then zoom in a little bit more on her face so the last drawing is very, very close up. You're going to draw this 3 times. So here I've changed the situation. Sometimes people change the background and put it in a different place. Sometimes people change the person and make it a modern person, change the clothing. I've changed the situation here. What you do is up to you. Also, the media you use is up to you. You can use pencil, you can use colored pencil, you can use pen, it's watercolor, whatever you want, it's up to you. You don't have to use the same media in each of the drawings either. So now the wind has totally messed everything up. The hat's blowing away, her jacket's blown open. There's just all kinds of things going on in this drawing at this point. You can see how they relate, but you can also see how they're different from each other each time. I want you to be creative as you work, and I want you to kind of think outside the box. So now you can see that this is related to the first one, but it's not the same. I've made it my own. So we're going to look at a few samples here in a minute from the image bank. These are student works. They're done, kind of all messed up. And there you can see the 3 of them put together. So this is an Alice Neal of her son, turned it black and white. And this is the first drawing the student did. Nice values there. They turned him into a cartoon with a square face or square eyes, and now they squared up everything. They made it super geometric and abstract, but you can still see the relationship. These are women collecting sweetgrass. We turned it black and white for the drawing, and now here's the drawing. The first one's accurate, and the second one, they made it a lot more geometric and squared off, and then they really had fun with the third one and made the women kind of sink in the water. So you're going to kind of be playful with it. Choose the image, draw it 3 times. You can zoom, you can change the place, the situation, use the media of your choice, and be creative with this.